A four-team race for the regular season title on the line with 2 weeks remaining. Central Michigan, one of those teams looking to host the MAC tournament for the first time ever. Tonight, Kent State, the team standing in front of them. Welcome in. I'm Nathan Arbaugh alongside Jacob Tenson. A big one tonight for Central Michigan as they stay in the race to host that MAC tournament. Kent State tonight, though, trying to play spoiler.
Yeah, you mentioned it, trying to play spoiler. They got their first MAC win just 6 days ago, looking to keep that kind of momentum going for them. But as you said, Central Michigan, they're very much in the thick of the race for that MAC championship.
And a big piece of that win for the Golden Flashes, it was Mackenzie McGuire.
Yeah, Mackenzie McGuire, she's been hot as of late. 15-plus kills in her last 3 games.
And on the other side for Central Michigan, it's usually a by-committee type of deal. Tonight, we highlight number 3, Lauren Schrock.
Yeah, Lauren Schrock, she's been the go-to player as of late. 35 kills combined in the last two matchups we've seen of her.
We'll see if Central Michigan likes to ride that hot hand. And from one number 3 to our number 3, let's send it over to Victoria Chesson.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, both teams only have 4 regular seasons games left in the season, but they're kind of on opposite situations. You know, for Kent State, they're likely going to finish out their last 4 games of the season and have it over. But for the Chippewas, they're most likely going to look to play in that postseason run and get a good run in the conference tournament. And that momentum can start tonight for them, as tonight is a very exciting night, alumni night. They're expecting over 25 alumni to come out, cheer and support the Chippewas as they look to finish out their last home series of the regular season.
Thanks so much, Victoria. A really exciting day here in Mount Pleasant. A lot of alumni in the building, some legends. A really exciting one here to cheer on the maroon and gold.
Yeah, you know these CMU players want to put on a show for the legends that are in attendance right now. So we'll see if they can do that against Kent State. And you mentioned it, Kent State got their first MAC victory just 6 days ago. So they have a little bit of momentum going in their way.
They very much do. Obviously, you know, not the results they wanted from Ohio. Some things to take away from that, though. And they're trying to really play spoiler the rest of the way through. They want to see some promising things to build on next year.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to, like you said, just build on things, go into next year, get that momentum in your favor. And they have a lot of good players on this team. They haven't been able to showcase it fully. I think they've dealt with a couple of injuries as well, so it's kind of derailed their season a little bit. So we'll see what they can bring, see if they can do that spoiler job that they're trying to do today.
But they're definitely going to have to look through Mackenzie McGuire today. We highlighted her for a reason. She really does help run the offense. She leads the team in kills with 219 and, of course, in points. And we'll start at the service line with Kent State. And we are off here in McGurk Arena. Korba sets it up for Casson, and it's going to be dug out for the Golden Flashes. On the other side, there's McGuire's first touch on it, and Abby Olin sends it home to get the Chippewas on the board first.
That's the start you want. You want to start aggressively. The Chippewas, they get it to the middle, and she delivers. Abby Olin, she's been doing that all season.
She has. She's been a big piece for these Chippewas, but really, everybody on the court's been a big piece. And here's Hannah Langton, who gets her first ace. That one getting a little help from the net, but she gets it down.
Yeah, the net just played the 7th player there for the Chippewas. Gets that, just creeps it over. Easy point for CMU.
You know, they talk about the 12th man being out of bounds. Well, the net is the 7th on the court tonight. So here come the Golden Flashes looking to stop the 2-0 run here early for Central Michigan. It's going to be Raymond on the other side. Gets the touch, and Central Michigan starting hot, a 3-0 run.
Yeah, not only hot, but efficient as well. It's only been 2 attempts on the hits, and they've gotten 2 points out of that, and then an ace as well.
So we'll go back to Hannah Langton at the line. The freshman's been impressive this year for the maroon and gold, and this time can't quite get it over the net. That time not going in her favor.
Yeah, that's kind of something we see a lot with CMU. They have those aggressive serves, and sometimes it leads to those service errors.
And Mike Golick, that's exactly what he talked to us about. That's what he wants. They said, you know, a good team, if you're aggressive, it's going to make some errors, but you'll accept that with being aggressive. Chippewas trying to get it over the net. It's going to be Raymond sending over the free ball. McGuire's going to send it up, and a quick touch over from the Golden Flashes, and they respond now with 2 straight points. That's Kendall White.
Yeah, Kendall White. She kind of does a little bit of everything for this team, and that time getting the kill.
She only had 2 against Ohio, but the big one, 25 assists and 9 digs for the Flashes. Well, they'll send it over from the service line. Korba puts it up for Raymond, and it's dug back out from Kylie Fuller. Flashes try to look for a response, can't get it down, Chippewa point.
Yeah, trying to find that far sideline there and just barely missing. It was a good spot because nobody was home, but like I said, just barely missing that line.
And it started with a good dig out from Tylee Fuller. She's got 123 digs, which is third on this team. The Flashes dig out well as a team this season. So the ball sent over by Gertiza. Here comes McGuire, and it's dug out by Anderson. She gets a little touch over. Chippewas will set up the offense. The freshman Grace Thomas sends it down, can't quite get it over. And a big block at the line by guess who? Natalia Raymond.
And Raymond's been playing a big role in the blocking department. We haven't seen that a lot at the beginning of the season, but as of late, she's been doing a tremendous job in the blocking department.
And when you look at it too, a 5'11" frame up at the net, sometimes you don't expect that, but she can jump out of the gym.
Just a couple weeks ago, she had a handful of solo blocks, that time pairing up with her teammate there.
And that time, Mackenzie McGuire gets on the board. There's the power we talked about earlier, and tough one to corral.
Yeah, we kind of anticipate that she's going to get a lot of looks here today. Averages over 3 kills per set.
And they're going to need all 3 of those kills. Korba sets it behind her. Thomas finds a lane, can't quite get it out. And a big point there for the Chippewas as they now go back up by 3.
Chippewas, I mentioned it already, but they're playing extremely efficiently. It's only a couple of hit attempts, and they're getting a point.
So Raymond now at the line. She'll send it over. Flashes go back to McGuire, a light touch over, and Gertiza will set it back up. Korba to Thomas again, and Thomas puts it down, but it's dug back out. Chippewas setting it back up. They'll go back to Thomas, and the Flashes finding ways to keep it up. McGuire tries to go up, and this time Grace Thomas says, if I can't do it with the kill, I'll do it with the block.
And that's a couple of blocks we've seen already here from the Chippewas. That's not something they see as their strong suit, but able to do that pretty efficiently here so far.
7th in the Mid-American Conference in blocks. They average about 2 per set. This Golden Flashes trying to scramble. They'll send over a ball. No, they won't. It gets into the net. And Central Michigan really now pushing the boundaries of this lead, 8-3 here in set 1.
And those errors are kind of creeping up a little bit here. Now 4 hitting errors by the Golden Flashes.
And they're going to have to limit those today. Raymond sends one over from the service line. It's set up and put down by Shoemake, but dug out well by Gertiza. Lauren Schrock this time. Welcome to the game. Number 9 point for the Chippewas.
Yeah, 1 for 1 there. Perfect hitting percentage for Lauren Schrock, and that's been a kind of the thing for CMU. 444 hitting percentage right now.
So Chippewas up 9-3 here in set 1. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
It's Red Tag savings time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
What is sport? It's more than fast footwork and pushing through pain. Goes beyond the gym, through city streets, onto the stage. Ask yourself, is this sport? Yeah, even that. Sport is everything.
Back here in McGurk Arena, and let's start by meeting these head coaches. We'll start with third-year Texas legend Haley Eckerman, a 2011 national champion and 5th all-time in points at the University of Texas.
She had an incredible career at Texas. 2011 Big Ten Freshman of the Year, and then Big 12 Player of the Year the next 3 seasons.
And on the other side, it's the 9th-year head coach for the Chippewas, Coach Mike Golick, who's really got his team humming, looking like that 2019 MAC Coach of the Year type stuff.
Yeah, he could be in contention for that second one, and you never know. We'll see if we can get that here with the way his team's been playing. Definitely in contention for it.
Gertiza struggled to corral that one. She just kind of batted it into the net, and we'll start out of the break with a Golden Flashes point. They trail now 9-4 here in set 1. Just another look at it there. Gertiza just can't quite get up to the net, and Thomas can't quite get it up there. So on the other side, McGuire sends the serve over. It's dug out there, and Schrock will send over the free ball. On the other side, a rejection at the front of the net from the maroon and gold. McGuire sends over a free ball of herself. Korba sets it up on the other side, and Schrock, a little bit of nifty in the tool belt. She didn't go with the hammer. She went with a little bit of the screwdriver, gets it down 10-4.
Yeah, in her toolbox all over the place there. Normally we see the aggressive swings from Lauren Schrock. That's kind of her MO, but this time the finesse move.
And Mike Golick really preached this team being able to pull out different tools, if you will, from their tool belt. Golden Flash is looking for the response. The other side, Shoemake sends one over. And now it's Abby Olin going a little bit of light touch. They're finding the pockets. Instead of using the power, they're really dissecting the zone.
Yeah, kind of anticipate after two little finesse moves, I anticipate some power with the next attempt.
So Grace Thomas sends this one over on the other side. It's set up for McGuire, who sends it over. Raymond sets up the offense, and Abby Olin digs it across court to the corner.
What did I say? Two finesse moves, bring the power this time. Finds the opening as well, too. That was the perfect spot to put it.
Just keeping these Flashes on their toes, and Abby Olin loving it right now. Grace Thomas sends it over from the free line. On the other side, it's blocked at the net. Burrell can't get it over, and now there's the free ball from Shoemake. Korba sets it up for Lauren Schrock. Can't quite put it down. It's dug out well on the other side. Burrell back again. Korba to Schrock, and she's blocked at the net. A big-time stop from Anna Shoemake.
Yeah, talk about the defense there from the Golden Flashes. Ferruta with the dig and then the block to finish it out. That's what Kent State needs to do. They need to play both sides of the defensive end.
And you've got to imagine, you know, that blocking net, that's really what's given the Chippewas trouble from getting going when the net presence from the other side has been good. Korba sets up Schrock on the other side, tries to get it across, and again, a big dig out that gets sent over to the other side. Abby Olin now gives it a try, and McGuire's last-ditch effort can't get there. Chippewas now up by 8.
Yeah, this is a great start by CMU, but the last couple of points, the defense has been a factor, though, for CMU. They've gotten it, or I should say Kent State has gotten their hand on the ball on these hit attempts. It's given them at least a chance to get the ball back over.
So Ferruta sets it up for Shoemake, who sends over the free ball. Casson sets it up.
Went around the antenna.
That tricky antenna on the other side. So the Chippewas get a mistake there on the other side from Kent State. And it's now 14-5 here in set 1. Chippewas looking to push their lead to double digits early, and they're swinging effectively. 438 on the attacking percentage. Ali Korba from the line. Set up for Shoemake, who's rejected at the line. Abby Olin and Lauren Schrock combined for that one.
Yeah, I think Olin was the one that got the hand on it, because normally when Lauren Schrock gets a block, she shows a lot more emotion than she did in that instance.
Well, she was there. She was in the area. Ali Korba sends it over. It's hit up well by Burrell. That's a free ball, and Abby Olin doesn't miss that one.
Yeah, that's an easy one. That's the one you love, those middle blockers. When the ball comes right back to you, those are easy points.
Abby Olin dominating right now for the maroon and gold. 5 kills on 5 attempts. Chippewas up by 11 here in set 1.
Yeah, Chippewas is just under 500 hitting percentage, and that's a tough task to maintain that, but they've been doing that all year.
And that's a big-time service ace from Ali Korba. Oh, hello. Ball found its way to us.
Yeah, and again, just the aggressiveness from CMU has just forced another timeout, up by 12 right now.
And Haley Eckerman has to call a timeout, try to get her team back into this one. They started out with the point, and now they let up the big run for CMU. So what's going to have to take, Jacob, to get this done?
Well, for CMU, it's the defense, defense, defense. They've been doing it on both sides throughout this season. They're second in the MAC in digs per set, and also 17th in the nation in total digs. And they've been doing that pretty good so far to this point. And also, they've been doing this especially well. Be the aggressor. They've been hitting the ball aggressively, serving the ball aggressively, and that's kind of been their MO throughout the whole season. For the side of Kent State, they got to protect the net. They've been doing that well. They were doing that well for a little bit there, but the last couple points has gotten away from them a little bit. They just need to get the hand on the ball to kind of let the offense get set up a little bit, get a couple hits in, and also they need to play full sets. We're not showing it here in this one, but throughout this season, they've been playing really well through points 1 through 15. They've been right there with everybody, but then they just haven't been able to finish. So we'll have to see if they can flip-flop that, get themselves going here with a little bit of a run after the timeout.
Well, Allie Corba will start at the service line, try to keep this momentum in full swing. The Chippewas dominating not only their own hitting percentage, they're third in the MAC usually with about 236. That opponent hit percentage is suffocating. They're first in the Mid-American Conference. Opponents are hitting 172 against them.
Not only first in the MAC, but 39th in the nation.
That's pretty impressive with Mike Golick's squad really dominating on both sides. So Corba after the ace and after the timeout gets us going. McGuire will set it up. It's put up for Shoemake, who finds the back part of the line. Good spot there from the Golden Flashes. They find the zone, stop the run.
Yeah, I'm not sure if somebody was out of position there for CMU because that was wide open there. It looked like Langton was playing the sideline a little bit too much, and there's just a wide open spot there for Shoemake.
Very uncharacteristic defensive fault for the Chippewas. Corba to Olin. Oh my, Olin's not missing that one.
6-4-6 is Abby Olin, and can she keep it up? Can she stay perfect?
We've seen it here in McGurk before. Grace Thomas was the one that kept her perfect streak for a little while. Now it's Alina Anderson from the service line. It's set up on the other side. Langton gets it up, and here's Casson. Nice block up at the net to keep it alive for the Flashes. On the other side, trying to make the stop and dig out was Corba. Can't get there, sends that one out of play. 18-7, Chippewas.
And Mackenzie McGuire, only 2 kills, but the 2 that she's gotten have been great swings. That time from the back row, and that was a tough one to defend.
Yeah, just a tough spot. And the Golden Flashes get the ball back and send it away. Corba to Casson, too long.
Yeah, that one just a little bit of a miss hit. You can almost hear it just hit straight on the palm and just got too much of it and just line drive straight out of bounds.
Yeah, just another look there. Just too much palm. Casson thought maybe there'd be a touch, maybe a helpful touch. Wasn't any there. Sent over by Brenner. Corba back to Olin. It's money.
Doing her best Jared Goff impression right now.
She is. Jared Goff finds a way to be perfect. Abby Olin finding a way to be perfect. And that's what's so difficult for opposing teams against the Chippewas. They've got so many weapons. You never know who it's going to be. We talked about Lauren Schrock last time against Eastern. Abby Olin today. It can be Christina Casson. Just a ton of faces. What a pancake dig from Allie Corba.
You love to see the pancakes out there.
And a big block at the net from the Chippewas. Flashes reset. McGuire sends a long one over. Anderson to Corba to Raymond with the Polish power. Putting it down for 20.
The Polish power, I like that. You're going to have to trademark that one. It was a good swing there from Natalia.
And that's going to put the Chippewas up by 12 here in set 1. Langton from the line. A light one over. Flash is trying to scramble. They get it over for the free ball. Casson, just a little bit too much power on that. Made it a little difficult for Corba. And that's going to result in a Flash's point.
And that's kind of a point that can kind of get your team going a little bit there. Pinball around and somehow gets the point as well with the player in the net. And I know they're down 11 right now. Probably not going to win set 1, but maybe that gives you a little bit of momentum in set 2.
That one a little too long on the serve. So Central up to 21, but we go back to that last one. Haley Brenner found a way to get it over. Great play from her, and definitely something you can look to build momentum off of here on the road. So it'll be the senior, Allie Gertiza. Senior from Greenwood, Missouri, sends it over. It's set right back up to McGuire, who's rejected at the net by Grace Thomas. Free ball sent over. Raymond to Corba, back to Raymond. 1-2, right back to 1, gets it to go.
We talked about Abby Olin, but Natalia Raymond, she hasn't gotten a ton of attempts, 3 for 4 right now, but the ones that she's had have been such pretty swings so far.
Well, the thing is, they haven't needed her to. Abby Olin's been so good. Blocked at the line. Grace Thomas goes from corner to corner, gets herself a point. Playing pinball on the other side with Kent State.
And credit to CMU. This is the type of volleyball you want to be playing here late in the season, early November. This is what you want if you're Coach Golick.
Bertiza sends it back over. Good call out there from Brenner. She gets it to McGuire, who finds the line. Goes cross court. Nice vision there.
Yeah, Langton thought it was out. I thought it was going to go out too, but just barely catches the line. Good spot there from McGuire.
And just great vision to find across the line. Sees the gap. Corba sets up Raymond, who's just going to tap it over. Good pancake, but it can't hit over. Just a great diving play there on the other side from Kent State.
Again, just the dominance of CMU. You kind of, after they lost to Ohio just a couple days ago, you kind of anticipate this is kind of the level they want to play. They don't want to make any mistakes anymore. They want to host the MAC tournament if they can. Set
point here for the Chippewas. White goes to Shoemake. Raymond, a little bit too much power on it, so Shoemake gets another shot. Thomas sets up Schrock, and she's blocked up at the net. Is that Shoemake again?
I think it was. Shoemake was right there for it, and it was a good swing there by Schrock, but the block was just right in place. It was Shoemake. Good job of getting the hands up and getting it down.
So Chippewas still sitting on set point. McGuire over to Raymond. Corba to Schrock. Whistle blown, and that one's going to go to the Chippewas. A weird way to end it for the Chippewas. Find a way to get set one.
25-11, dominance from CMU.
They hit 481 in set number one. They're
It's Red Tag Savings Time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
What is sport? It's more than fast footwork and pushing through pain. Goes beyond the gym. Through city streets, onto the stage. Ask yourself, is this sport? Yeah, even that. Sport is everything.
Well, I know we're watching volleyball, but the Chippewas have compared their season to a game of golf. There's 18 holes in a round, and they play 18 max season games in the regular season. And the head coach for the Chippewas, Mike Golick, has said that you can't start to tally your score on the 11th hole. Once you cross that 18th green and your putt is at the bottom of the cup, that is when you can look at your scorecard and can be really proud of it. So for the Chippewas, they're going to look to play game by game, set by set, and not look at the milestone, that post-conference game. They're just going to play as hard as they can in the match they are in.
Well, they're playing really well right now. Thanks so much, Victoria. Jacob, what'd you like from the Chippewas there in set number one?
They listened to my keys. They played aggressively. They were just swinging out of their minds and efficiently as well, too. Just under 500 hitting percentage for the Chippewas. They just need to keep that up, and it'll be easy going for them.
Well, here we go. Set number two, Jacob. Kent State, how do they change the tides in this one early and on the road?
Well, again, I'm going to circle back to my tidbits, and you got to get the hand on the net, protect the net. We mentioned CMU has been playing so aggressively, hitting at a high percentage. They just need to kind of slow that down a little bit, at least get a hand on it, frustrate the hitters a little bit.
It's going to be Alina Anderson starting for the Chippewas at the service line. Chippewas up 1-0 here at home. Set number 2 starts with a setup from White. They get it to Shoemake, and Langton digs it out. Raymond sends it back over, and Kent State will get set up on the other side. Langton, again, a nice stretch for that one. Raymond, a little tap over. Shoemake with the response. Olin sets up Raymond, can't get past Shoemake again. Korba to Cassin, touches it over. White sends it over again. Anderson back to Cassin. A nice put up in the air from White, but just too much on that one from Christina Cassin, her first kill tonight.
And the back line of Kent State has really struggled with these hits. They haven't been able to get quite the right angle on it to get it to second teaming.
A good rally from both sides gets us started here in set number 2. Alina Anderson back over. White, quick push over, not fooling Abby Olin.
Yeah, and Coach Eckerman kind of going with a different lineup here in set 2. You see Makira and also number 2 Rigney out there.
There is Rigney, sets it up, back to Rigney. Raymond puts it up for Korba. Korba to Olin. Oh my goodness, Abby Olin. That's 8 for 8.
That's incredible. I don't know how long she's going to keep this up, but the pace she's at and the way she's swinging, she could go completely perfect throughout this.
Feed the hot hand. White sends it to McGuire. Dug out by Anderson, but just too much on that. There's McGuire. They're trying to get her go early. That's her 4th kill on her 13th attempt.
And 2 of those 4 kills have come from the back row, which she's almost swinging better from the back row than she is up front.
Wherever they can get it involved, they'll take it. Cassin on the other side. She's heating up. That's 2 for Cassin.
Now those last 2 swings there from Christina Cassin is what we saw early in the season from her. She kind of hasn't been playing her normal type of style as of late, but you've seen what she can do, and if she can keep going like that, CMU's gonna be a tough team to stop.
Langton sends it over. McGuire's gonna set it up. White to Shoemake. Couple blocks, and it finds its way down.
And the hands there just weren't in the right angle there for the CMU blockers there, and it's going into the middle instead of straight down.
Well, we're here in set 2, and it's kind of crazy. You and me, we talked about it earlier, but a big spot for the Chippewas in this one. They've started out well, but they've got a chance to host the MAC tournament for the first time if they win out, or at least have some help and get a couple wins.
Well, they got to win out, got to just play their brand of volleyball, and they should be able to win these next 4 games. And just need to get some help. Bowling Green needs to lose at least 1 game, and then they can host the tournament.
Flashes execute the scramble drill, but Grace Thomas on the other side makes them pay.
Now, you mentioned the scramble drill kind of gets that defense out of place, so it's a good job by CMU to get that ball up quickly to their hitter and get that down. Grace Thomas finishing it off.
Flashes had about 2 or 3 on the other side of the court that were trying to get back into position. Grace Thomas acknowledges it as a freshman and gets it done. So on the other side, whistle blown. That one got the antenna. It's going to be a Chippewa point.
Another thing we haven't mentioned yet is the crowd, the atmosphere here. It's been electric so far.
It's a packed crowd here in McGurk Arena. They're showing out. They know we're getting to crunch time. We were talking earlier, there's a gentleman with a fire head. As Langton gets it to Korba, back to Thomas with a nice little touch, pancaked up. Great play there from the Flashes. They get it back over with the free ball. Korba to Thomas. McGuire gets it back. Good rally from the Flashes. Rigney tries to get it down, just too far.
That's a little bit of a frustrating point there for Kent State. They're playing so well getting to the ball, but just unfortunately the hitting error, those are again creeping up on them now, up to 9 hitting errors for them.
Gotta limit those hitting errors. They try to go with Henderson, can't get there. Chippewa's now executing the scramble drill. Langton to Korba, she'll send over the free ball. We'll see what the Flashes have. Henderson again, blocked by Raymond. Thomas giving her the props.
Thomas almost looked surprised that Natalia got up there for that block.
Look at the absolute just locked in from Natalia Raymond. She watches it all the way through, puts it down 8-2 Chippewas.
Hey, she knows it's crunch time. She wants to get all those accolades. She wants to host this MAC tournament. There she is again.
She called her own number last time. This time they pick it back up again. It's 9-2.
2 with 2 back-to-back points.
That's now 5 on 10 attempts for Raymond. Add that with 6 digs. Pretty good so far from Raymond, who's the Swiss Army knife for this squad. And now the Flashes find their response on the other side. They go to Nadia Miller for that one.
Yeah, you talk about Raymond, the Swiss Army knife, 9 double-doubles on the season. Was the MAC Defensive Player of the Week just a couple weeks ago after a great performance against Buffalo.
And you knew she was hungry. She missed a lot of last season with an injury. She had a great freshman campaign, and here she is showing out her junior year. Corba tries to get over the dump-off. Now she'll set it up for Raymond. She tried to go with the light touch, didn't get quite enough on it.
Yeah, got a little too cheesy on that one, not enough on it.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. 9-4, Kent State will head to the line. The line for the Flashes, Haley Brenner. Trying to get the momentum going, and there it is. A big service ace for Brenner. She had 3 aces against Ohio. She picks up her first one there. Alina Anderson just a little bit too far back.
Yeah, against Ohio, she went on a little bit of a service run. I think she had 2 aces and about 5 points for Kent State. Got them back into it. We'll see if she can get that same thing going now.
Flashes lead only to 4. And that time, just a little bit too much over the net. Ali Corba did her best to get up there, but the Flashes, a big response of their own.
But that was because of the serve from Brenner. It got them out of position. Not a clean hit there by Alina Anderson.
Anderson gets this one over, and they get it to Thomas, who's blocked at the line. They'll go the other side. Raymond blocked again, but the Flashes have some trouble with it. Henderson couldn't get it, and Central gets a big point.
Yeah, kind of an awkward play there off of the block. Went straight up, hits off the net, and just kind of curled around. Henderson didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, Henderson got the block. Miller was right there with her, but then couldn't readjust herself on the landing. So dug out well on this side from the Flashes. Henderson gets rejected at the line, but they're going to say it was down. We got a little bit of a tough angle, so.
I think they said out the block, it went out of bounds, so it was close to the line there, and I think that's what the call was.
Nadia Miller sends this one over for Kent State. Curtiza digs it out. They try to get it to Thomas. It gets blocked and then hits Thomas. A big-time block for McGuire in the Flashes.
Yeah, it would have been out of bounds, but unfortunately Thomas was still landing, so it just happens to hit her as she's coming to the ground and doesn't have a chance to get out of the way.
Well, Kent State starting a little bit of a block party here. They're within 2 in set number 2. Chippewas trying to get the offense going again. They go to Lauren Schrock. We highlighted her early. She had a great match against the Eagles. She picks it up where she left off.
Yeah, 18 kills against the Eagles, and kind of, like you said, picking up where she left off. Been off to a little bit of a slower start here today, but I wouldn't be surprised if she gets going here pretty soon.
The freshman Grace Thomas sends this one over from the line. A little bit of miscommunication there from the Flashes. They thought they were going to go over. They saw Abby Olin looming and couldn't quite find the way over. That's a big error from the Flashes there.
Yeah, Harvey, the new setter in right now for the Golden Flashes, kind of mishit her set there. I think that's kind of what sparked that awkward play.
Lauren Schrock, that's a big-time kill.
Ooh-wee. Lauren Schrock, like I mentioned earlier, she brings that power. It's coming off her hand. There's no way to stop it sometimes.
She brings the boom.
She brings the boom.
Grace Thomas still at the line. Flashes. Set it up for McGuire. It's dug out well by Gertiza. Abby Olin sends a swift one over. And they get it to Henderson, who's rejected. Back the way it came. 14-8 Chippewas.
And Logan Henderson, she's been swinging it well, but they know that she's going to go with the power shot. You want to see her kind of switch it up a little bit, go finesse on one of them.
The 2023 All-MAC teamer still using that power that got her there. McGuire gets one down at a tough angle for Gertiza. Good response. Kent State is now battling here. It's looking a lot different from set one.
Yeah, and I mentioned in my keys as well, 1 through 15, the points. Kent State is right there with a lot of teams, but it's just the latter part of sets. This is where they struggle, but they got off just an incredibly slow start. But I also have to credit CMU in that first set. They just played so well.
Kendall White sends it to the back corner. Raymond sets up Schrock, tries to go long with it. She went a little too far.
I know CMU didn't get the point there, but what a setup there from Natalia Raymond. That was a deep pass.
She can do it all. She can do it all. So Kendall White, the junior from Ohio, the 2022 Liberty transfer, sends it over. Lauren Schrock on the other side is blocked, and this one's going to go to the Flashes again. They're rolling right now, Jacob.
Yeah, this is the best we've seen them play in this little stretch here. I wouldn't be surprised if they get themselves all the way back into it, tie it up potentially. They keep it up anyways.
Raymond sets it over to Langton, trying to get over to Schrock. They'll send over the free ball. On the other side, McGuire finds the line in the corner. We're within 2.
We mentioned McGuire got off to a little bit of a slow start, but she's been getting the ball fed to her. 17 attempts, but now 6 kills for her, and she's been getting going here as of late.
If you're Central Michigan, you had to be highlighting her. Korba to Olin. They try to go to their hot hand, just a little too far. So we talk about that perfect hitting percentage. It's now 8 and 10 for her, but still really good.
Incredible pace for her.
14-13, Kent State.
It's Red Tag savings time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new tracks or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new tracks or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
There is no life I know to compare with your imagination. Take a look, can you see into your imagination? Yeah, see you at the top. Step it up, a step back down. Yeah, hit me with your best shot. Yeah, see you at the top.
NWSL semifinals, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN+.
Only 2 weeks left in the Mid-American Conference regular season. And as we take a look at the standings here, things are getting close. Things are tightening up. 6 spots on the line.
Yeah, you see Central Michigan's right up there with Bowling Green. They need a mess up from Bowling Green. Central Michigan, you can anticipate that they could potentially take these next 4. So they just have to hope for that mistake by Bowling Green to host the tournament.
White serve a little too long, but you mentioned it. A chance to host the tournament for the first time ever in Mount Pleasant would be awesome for this team that was not pulled high, Jacob, but they've really shown up, and they've got the tiebreaker against Bowling Green. They just need some help from either Ohio. They've got 2 matches this weekend, or then NIU. White sets it up on the other side. Shoemake can't get it down. Korba to Olin. Olin with a little tap over, and Kent State finds their response. Korba the other way to Cassin. It skips around. We're back and forth. White on the other side. McGuire. Chippewas have the response. Cassin. We're going back and forth. A really good rally. Shoemake sends over the free ball. Cassin gets it to Korba. There's Olin making them pay.
Abby Olin picking up right where she left off. She's not perfect anymore, but you mentioned before going to the break, she's still playing incredibly efficient.
Swinging .667 with 9 kills right now. She is on fire.
Kent State can't stop her.
White the other way to McGuire. Langton resets the offense. Cassin gets it to go.
We mentioned it. Cassin's coming on a little bit as of late here. The last couple of swings she's gotten have all looked really good. She's gotten power every single time. So next time they go to her, maybe finesse.
She was a big-time piece at the net for the Chippewas against Eastern Michigan. She had 5 blocks, 7 kills on 20 attempts, but she was a big-time presence at that net. And there at the net is Shoemake trying to make her presence felt. Schrock sends it the other way. McGuire's going to reset. Shoemake sends over the free ball. Korba to Schrock. It's set back up on the other side by Furuta. Casson, there it is, a Casson crunch.
A crunch indeed. Christina Casson. We've talked about Abby Olin being the hot hand, but right now the hot hand is Christina Casson.
That's the game of volleyball for you. It ranges from set to set. You never know who's going to be the hot hand. And that's why Mike Golick says, you know, they're not needing everything from somebody, but something from everybody.
Well, we mentioned it. Lauren Schrock was the hot hand against Eastern Michigan with 18 kills, and now it's been Abby Olin, and then it's been a little bit of Christina Casson. We've even seen a little bit of Tyler Raymond as well here today.
Come the playoffs, good luck, because let me tell you, Abby Olin doing what she's been doing today, just look at the efficiency, the vision, the power. She's having herself a big night tonight.
Yeah, started off 8 for 8. Just incredibly efficient, 667 right now, but the team as a whole, they started off, they were super high at 481 hitting percentages. It's trickled down a little bit here, now down to 317, but still incredibly efficient for the Chippewas.
Yeah, you look at the set-to-set split. Chippewas in the first set swinging 481. This set only 182. So the Golden Flash is getting a lot better around the net and defensively battling these kill attempts. But the Flashes themselves struggling offensively. They swung zeros in the first set, and they're only swinging .034 here in the second one.
Yeah, it just kind of feels like Kent State's been just scrambling to get the ball over even a lot of times. I mean, the aggressiveness of CMU has just got them out of position, it feels like, almost every single point.
So Ali Korba will take it from the service line out of the break. Chippewas up by 5 here in set number 2. McGuire sets it up for White. They go right back to McGuire, who just has to get it over. She was a little too far beyond the arc. Schrock sends it down, dug out by Furuta. And there's Shoemake on the other side, putting it down.
And that was one of the more clean digs we've seen from Kent State off of a swing that wasn't touched at the net. Furuta doing a good job of getting that up and then rewarded with a point, getting the kill.
So McGuire takes it from the line. Korba to Olin, and that one's just tough to dig out. White tried to put an arm out, but couldn't get the ball anywhere to go with it. Abby Olin, now the first one to double digits in kills. We're in set number 2.
And with the trajectory of that one, it looked like that one could have maybe gone out of bounds. So, but again, it's kind of a tough one to kind of gauge there, right at about shoulder width, and chooses to go for it.
And there's Rigney on the other side, getting herself involved. That's her first kill of this one.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of different players rotating in and out here for Kent State. We just saw about 7 or 8 players in that first set, but now we're seeing almost the full bench play.
Bolognini went a little too long with that one, but you mentioned it, a lot of switching here for Coach Eckerman's team. She wants to see what she's got. She likes to use that versatility, so you have to identify a lot of those different players on the court.
And kind of trying to use the approach of CMU. Don't know who they're going to go to. Obviously, they're going to go to McGuire when she's in, but other than that, is it going to be Shoemake? Is it going to be Rigney? Who's it going to be?
Raymond tries to put over the soft touch. Korba can't handle that one, and a good response point there keeps the deficit at 4 for the Golden Flashes.
And again, Kent State have been playing a lot better than they did in set 1, and again, down 4, easily can push this and get this more competitive here the last couple of points, but again, this is where they struggle, the last couple of points, finishing off sets.
And it's been the presence of Shoemake at the net today and some other faces. Henderson's been involved. Casson tries to get it over. We thought we'd get the power. She puts it with a little bit of the pillow floater touch. It's 21-16 now. Casson coming alive here in set 2.
And Casson, I know she's been swinging with a lot of power, but that one obviously the finesse, but every time she hits it, she's just finding an open spot. She's not only just hitting it smart, or she's hitting it smartly, not only aggressively.
She's showing off that senior veteran presence. Henderson tries to use the Casson method, doesn't work. And the other way, Raymond gets it to go. 23-16, Central Michigan knocking at the door to a 2-0 start.
Even though Kent State didn't get the full block in that, it's still good to see them get a hand on it to at least get their defense potentially in position to get that back up.
Curtiza sends it over. Ferruda gets it back up, and McGuire from the back line sends it over. Raymond showing off a little power. This one gets knocked around, and they'll go the other way to Rigney. Dug out by Langton. Corba sprints over to set it up, and Raymond sends it over. We've got a good rally brewing. They go back to Rigney. Anderson, Corba, Raymond's got it. Finger tipped off, out of play, 23-16.
That was one of the longer rallies we've seen, and just incredible hustle play from both teams, but especially from CMU, and they're rewarded with the point.
We've seen some really good rallies on both sides. Central Michigan, though, has come out a couple times on top of that rally. Miller goes too far with it on the corner. 24-16 set point.
I don't think that Miller was ready for that one. Just kind of wasn't anticipating the set coming to her and just kind of got caught flat-footed.
Fans here in Mount Pleasant on their feet for set number 2. They're in their maroon and gold overalls. McGuire's going to get this one going. Rigney has to send this one over. Corba, Raymond, sent back over by Ferruda. Corba tries to dump one over, can't get it. Sent over again. Corba, Thomas, can't go. Defense from the Flashes showing up, and this time it's the 2023 MAC freshman teamer Logan Henderson keeping the Flashes alive in set number 2.
Yeah, showing why she was on the all-freshman team. That's the best swing we've seen from her so far today.
Her first kill today on 5 attempts. Other way with it. Raymond set back up on the other end for the Flashes. Brenner gets it back over, and McGuire puts it down. Flashes have to get all the points here. They've got to go on a run, but they put 2 together.
There's one thing that CMU has been struggling with throughout the season. It's been finishing the set. They get to set points a lot, and then they'll allow a little bit of a rally to the other team.
Corba, cross court to Thomas, who sends it over with a little touch. That time set up, and Thomas finds the coffin corner. Everybody pushed up. Thomas goes long. It pays off. Chippewas takes set 2.
I don't think that was quite what she was looking for. Looking to swing a little more aggressively, but she'll take it, and CMU will take set 2.
It's Red Tag Savings Time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
What is sport? It's more than training at dawn and drills after dark. It goes beyond the gym, through city streets, and on to the stage. Sport inspires, it entertains, and challenges. So ask yourself, is this sport? Yeah, even that. Sport is everywhere, for everyone. Sport is everything.
Another crazy season. Are you ready to keep this rolling? Let's go.
With ESPN Plus, catch live NFL games.
And enjoy the show.
Plus, NFL shows from some of the biggest names in the game.
Let's go to the tape.
This ball is just thrown into a defensive team meeting.
NFL Prime Time, only on ESPN Plus.
Oh, did I mention our exclusive expert analysis? Why settle for some football when you can have more football? It's simple. ESPN Plus equals more football. Stream now.
Well, it's been mentioned throughout the broadcast, and something that the Chippewas want to follow throughout the season is being the aggressor. And it's what they rely on to give them that spark, be that gutsy and aggressive team that they know they can be. And tonight, it's shown. They have 40 digs on the game and 32 kills. And they've just been playing lights out for the whole match so far. Right?
It's Red Tag Savings Time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new tracks or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new tracks or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
What is sport? It's more than training at dawn and drills after dark. It goes beyond the gym, through city streets, and on to the stage. Sport inspires, it entertains, and challenges. So ask yourself, is this sport? Yeah, even that. Sport is everywhere, for everyone. Sport is everything.
Another crazy season. Are you ready to keep this rolling? Let's go.
With ESPN Plus, catch live NFL games.
And enjoy the show.
Plus, NFL shows from some of the biggest names in the game.
Let's go to the tape.
This ball is just thrown into a defensive team meeting.
NFL Prime Time, only on ESPN Plus.
Oh, did I mention our exclusive expert analysis? Why settle for some football when you can have more football? It's simple. ESPN Plus equals more football. Stream now.
Chippewa's offense has been humming today, Jacob, and it's big thanks to their setter, Ali Korba, who leads CMU, 903 assists. She's had 14 straight matches with 30 or more assists. Tonight she's at 26, so 4 away from that magic number. She's been so impressive here in Mid-American Conference play.
Yeah, she gets a lot of the accolades. Her hitters have gotten a lot of the accolades, I should say. She was setter of the week, though, just a couple weeks ago as well, too. But she just does an incredible job setting up her teammates, and she's been a big reason as to why CMU has been playing so well this season.
And she's had to step up earlier in the year. They were running a 6-2 offense with her and Keelan Mill. Mill goes down. They go to a 5-1, and Korba has been dominant in MAC play. She's got 10-plus 40-assist games in MAC play, and she has been just impressive. She makes this machine hum.
She absolutely does, and again, she's also been getting into the blocking department a little bit as of late as well, too. And not a tall player, so you don't see that a lot from those setters getting up on those blocks, but she's been playing pretty well on that side, too.
One big block against Eastern, along with 47 assists. So, Golden Flashes will start, trailing 2-0. Haley Brenner sends it over. There is Korba. She gets it to Casson. Golden Flashes have the response. McGuire down the line, gets it there. Anderson tried to make the save with the stop, or the dive. Can't get their Flashes the first time tonight on the board first.
If I'm not mistaken, their first lead of the game, or the match so far, I believe.
Brenner back over, Langton, Korba, Casson. Golden Flashes look for the response. Miller over. Langton gets it to Anderson. Raymond tries to respond. Here's McGuire, gets it there. McGuire, 1-2 strike, Flashes up 2.
Back-to-back points, both points belong to McGuire here in this set. Now 9 kills for her. And if she keeps swinging like that, they're gonna wanna keep on going to her.
She's swinging 320 right now. Raymond finds a way, they get right back to her. Golden Flashes go back to McGuire. Anderson can't get this one. 3-0 start for Kent State. All 3 to their top outside hitter in Mackenzie McGuire.
Yeah, she, again, wasn't doing much in those first 2 sets, but now 3 straight points for Mackenzie McGuire, showing why we were focusing on her to begin this. 15 straight, or 15 plus kills in the last 3.
Raymond got a little bit of weird spin on it, gets it to go. Central Michigan ends the 3-0 run. But we talk about Mackenzie McGuire. She averages 3.41 points a set. She's already got that, looking for more.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets 5, 6, 7 maybe even.
They're going to need it if they want to find their way back in this one. Here's McGuire again. Anderson this time sets it up for Korba. They go back to Raymond. It's blocked from White, sent back over. Kent State, 3-point lead.
Yeah, not only a block, but a little bit of a dunk there by Kendall White. A light shot and was able to try to hit it. It wasn't a throw, but throw type. Was able to put it right where she wanted.
Kent State coming out flashy here in the set number 3. Chippewa's a little bit slow. Thomas to Korba, back to Thomas. Nice dig out there from Fuller. They get it back to Brenner from the back line. Korba dumps this one all the way over to the coffin corner, and she gets this one to go. Well, we praise her for her assists. There's a kill.
And a super heads-up play there by Allie Korba. Saw the wide open corner there and placed it perfectly.
Always in the playbook for Allie Korba. Here's Allie Gertiza the other way. Raymond on the other end, blocked in the net. Korba tries to send it over quickly. Chippewas have to send over the free ball.
Now she's getting a little greedy.
White to McGuire. McGuire can't find it. A little too far out of bounds. Point Central.
Good swing, though. Just didn't get quite the right angle on it. It goes a little bit long.
Yeah, McGuire got all of that one. Just sometimes on those, you get a little bit too, the eyes light up. You're like, oh, this is a good one. And that time, McGuire, a receiving error, all tied up at 4 now. Chippewas finding the response now.
So McGuire's been on 2 streaks here so far in this set. 3 straight points and now 2 straight errors.
Gertiza gets it to Fuller. They go back to McGuire. Langton gets it up and over, high arcing to the Flashes' side. They go right back to Mackenzie McGuire, and she capitalizes. How about that? The Flashes, pretty much all of their points through Mackenzie McGuire.
Yeah, 4 of 5. 4 kills here for Mackenzie McGuire, and they're not even looking anybody else's way. They're going to Mackenzie McGuire. They're making it very obvious.
Well, they're going, hey, we know who you got to stop. Raymond sends one over hard, and it paints the outside corner.
I think there was a little bit of a touch on that. So I'll say it looked like it was out. The call was out there, but there was a touch.
They're going to block down Shoemake with that one. Raymond now at the line. She's got a tough serve from that line. It's almost like a knuckleball coming right at you, and that's what it can do. McGuire puts it over. Grace Thomas makes her pay. That all starts with that curved knuckle from Natalia Raymond.
Yeah, 31 aces coming into the game here. Again, that the serve doesn't get the ace on it, but it puts the ball out of position and it rewards Grace Thomas with an easy point.
White to Shoemake. Dumps it over, pancake dig, but now it's going to get called down the floor. There's a great attempt from the freshman Hannah Langton. Just didn't quite get the hand under.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't blow it dead because it sounded like it bounced off the floor.
Everybody kind of froze for a minute, but when there were no whistles, I tried to keep it playing. Korba across to Lauren Schrock. Tries to go with the floater over. The other way, Flashes, Langton, Korba, Thomas, blocked. Now it's Schrock the other way. She's blocked. Flashes point.
Yeah, credit Kent State. They could have easily just given up after losing those first 2 sets, and they lost them by a handful of amount of points, and now they have the lead 7-6. They're playing really well here in this set.
Thomas, they go right back to her. This time her little bit of a floater works. It ties things back up at 7. She finally gets over the block attempt there, but for the Flashes, it's been Anna Shoemake making the big time blocks up at the net for Kent State, forcing the Chippewas to go a little bit higher and a little bit farther with their shots.
Now with that 6'4" frame, hard to get over her, and she's gonna have to make her presence known.
That one just couldn't quite find its way over. Abby Olin right there in front of the net. 8-7, Central Michigan finds their first lead here of set 3.
Yeah, got off that slow start. It was all Mackenzie McGuire, but now that McGuire's in the back row, they've been struggling to find that offense a little bit.
And that's something they've taken advantage of well when McGuire's in that back row. Shoemake tries to get it down. Lauren Schrock keeps it in play, and Korba sends over the free ball. White to Shoemake again. This time blocked out of play by Lauren Schrock. And we're all back even. Back and forth we go in set number 3.
Well, like Coach Golick was going to try and play that himself, but couldn't get back and play.
Yeah, I'm sure if he could, he would love to play it for his players. But if he's got to play, on the other side, Haley Eckerman's got to play. Do you want her in?
I don't think so.
For CMU. Ooh, Lauren Schrock tries to send it over. It's blocked. They go right back to her. Blocked again. 9-8 Golden Flashes.
And again, there's Shoemake right there. I think Shoemake and Miller were there with the combo.
So the block party really making an impact on Kent State's side. They'll send it over. Spolognini. Abby Olin tried to find across the line, went a little too far with it. Kent State now pulls ahead by 2.
And Coach Golick has been watching him a little bit these last couple of points, and just a little bit of frustration on the side, just shaking his head there after that one.
Well, Chippewa is feeling really out of sorts. They're only swinging 95 right now. Bolognini sets it up for Shoemake, and she puts it down. Just so much space in the middle of the Chippewa side. And Mike Golick, you talked about that frustration builds. He needs his team to reset. Kent State up 11-8 in set number 3.
It's Red Tag savings time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
I feel like we're living in a movie. Love you guys.
Formula One is go! Oh, it's contact! Formula One at its absolute finest! Oh my Lord, Max! This is Formula One!
Kent State making some things interesting here. They said, not so fast. They're swinging 400 right now in set number 3. They lead the Chippewas by 3.
Yeah, it's almost as if they swapped positions from set 1. It was CMU who was dominating, hitting above 400, and now it's Kent State who's hitting above 400, and CMU has really been struggling here in this set.
Mackenzie McGuire, Anna Shoemake, the big ones. That time a little too far from Greta Bolognini. And now the Chippewas, out of the break. These timeouts are so crucial, Jacob, because it's a complete reset.
Yeah, and it seems like whenever CMU is able to take a timeout, they're able to get a couple points off that timeout. We'll see if they get the one right there. We'll see if they get a little bit of a run here.
White over to Miller. Langton puts it up. Casson tries to put it down. It's blocked and out of bounds. Wow, got the block out of bounds.
And not too often you go from pin to pin where it goes out of bounds. Just a powerful shot there from Christina Casson. Somehow finds its way all the way and over the head of Lauren Schrock. She was ready to hit it.
Yeah, I'm not stepping in front of that one, that's for sure. McGuire over to White, who quick tries to dump it over. Chippewa's ready for it, and they go the other way with Lauren Schrock. Can't put it down. McGuire the other way, rather Shoemake, and she gets it to fall.
We mentioned they were struggling to find the offense with McGuire in the back, but now they've found Shoemake. She's found a rhythm and has gotten a couple kills here as of late.
7 kills now for her on 19 attempts. She's swinging 260. Flash is now over the 100 attacking percentage mark. Schrock finds a way to get it up, and Abby Olin puts it down. We haven't seen a lot from Abby Olin at the late stages of set 2 and at all here in set 3. They go to her for a spark. She gets it within 1.
Yeah, just got to that hot start, and it was a perfect 8 for 8. Now 12 of 18, still hitting well over 500%.
Anderson sends it over. White to Miller. Miller's blocked at the line. Kent State tries to send it over, and Christina Casson says, get that out of here.
Going with the tip shot was Burrell, but heads-up play there to get just enough jump on it, and he gets the fingertips on it. He gets down to the floor.
Haven't seen a lot from Burrell, but that's going to be a miscue right there from Kent State. They set it up nicely, and just a bad communication play there. Nobody was ready to get that one. That's a costly error that now puts Chippewas back in the lead. But what I was going to say, Burrell, 1,000 career points last time out against Ohio. So congratulations to her, as that time McGuire puts it down.
Yeah, incredible feed, 1,000 kills. The grad student got it exactly in that last matchup, and hasn't got one yet here, so still sitting at exactly 1,000.
Yeah, transferred in from Northwestern State, but, you know, a big accomplishment for her. We saw the excitement there on the side when she came out of that one after 1,000. Christina Casson the other way, puts it down, a little bit of bounce around. Chippewas playing back and forth, but they currently are drawing ahead.
Yeah, after that timeout, it seems like they've found a little bit of their rhythm. It hasn't been quite what we saw in the first set, but starting to get back to that a little bit.
Langton the other way. Dug out by Fuller. To McGuire, gets the tip and gets the corner. We're just going back and forth. It's a give and tug type of set here in set number 3, which Kent State, credit to them. You know, it's tough going down 2 sets, but they're still in this one. They're fighting hard, and they continue to push the Chippewas to their limits in set 3. A little bit of miscommunication, but Raymond finds Corba, who gets it over. Anderson finds her way over here, and Corba to Raymond, gets it off McGuire and gets the lead.
What incredible hustle from Alina Anderson. She saw that play develop and was sprinting before that ball was hit by Kent State, able to get there just in time, and then her team finishes it off, gets the point, and they take the lead here.
10th dig for Alina Anderson. It took one arm, but she got that play going. Curtiza from the service line. 4 aces today for the Chippewas. White to McGuire again. It's blocked by Corba out of bounds. You saw the frustration because she said, I got my hands on it, but just too much. It's tough to corral where those things are going to go.
Yeah, Corba using all 5'9" of her frame and just wasn't quite enough there against the tall Mackenzie McGuire, but yeah, you saw right there. Gets the hands on him. Goes the wrong way, though.
Well, here's Corba to Thomas, and Thomas time is on the clock. 16-15 Central Michigan.
Just that swing play is just so satisfying to watch when it works so well like that.
And Grace Thomas, what a get for Mike Golick's squad. A super talented freshman. Hasn't been a huge scorer today, only 7, but now above the 200 kill mark in her career. Curtiza to Corba, back to Thomas. Set back up the other way. Brennan gets it to Shoemake. Raymond gets it out. They'll go right back to Thomas, and White corrals this one. Shoemake goes along with it. Raymond kicks it up. Schrock finds the line. No! Looked like she got the line just a little too far out, says the line judge down our way. So tied back up at 16.
That was a good swing there by Lauren Schrock, and perfect, almost perfect placement, I should say. The right spot to go to because nobody was there, but just a touch too long.
Corba plays in front of the net. Schrock sends it around. Set back up the other way. Brenner tries to get it, or Burrell rather. And Schrock, just a little nifty, not a ton of power, but miscommunication from the flashes. You'll take the point however you can get it.
Yeah, and again, Kent State has been playing so well, but now as of late, a couple of communication errors have led to a couple of easy points for CMU.
Errors starting to pile up here for the Flashes. They're at 2, but that's 2 in a row, and that time Shoemake finds it down. So 17s again. Kent State, though, you know, you go from 6 errors to 7 errors to now 2 here in set number 2. They've cleaned it up, and that's why here in set number 3, they're really clawing with Central Michigan.
And if they can keep that, the error freeness, we'll get one right there. So another free point to CMU, but if they can limit those errors like they have been for the most part in this set, they can easily take this from CMU.
Mikiro, we haven't called her name a ton, but a little too far on that one with the ace, or looking for the ace rather, from the service line. So Korba now trying to play with the lead for the Chippewas, trying to extend it for the first time above 1. Miller sets it over. Burrell can't get it. Now she gets the block, but put too much on it. Central Michigan now extends their lead for the first time here in set number 3.
And I haven't seen Christina Casson get a bunch of clean kills, but she's gotten a couple off the blocks because of the power. It just goes, position you don't know where it's going to go.
And that's what's going to make this team so difficult this year. You look at the kill splits right now. It's Raymond 11, 12 the leader for Abby Olin. She got off to a absolutely hot start, and 7 for Grace Thomas, 8 for Christina Casson. And on the other side for Kent State, they've really started to surge. Obviously, how couldn't it be Mackenzie McGuire? But then how about the improvement from Shoemake, 8 kills, and she's really found some life here.
Yeah, Shoemake, we mentioned the offense was getting a little stagnant there from Kent State, and then they found Shoemake, and she's been rewarding them. Another kill you see on that one, pinballed around. And again, this set has been the most high-level volleyball we've seen between these two teams. It really could go either way.
Yeah, they've gone back and forth, but I think it has been Shoemake making the difference. They got her last year in the transfer from Duquesne, and she was a 2021 Atlantic 10 all-rookie teamer. She was really good for them, and they need her here if they want to start this reverse sweep type of action for Kent State.
We saw CMU do that a couple days ago as well, so definitely doable. The MAC, everybody is very, obviously you see the discrepancy in the standings, but any given day, anybody can get a win from anybody.
And the Chippewas are hoping they can get some wins against Bowling Green from Ohio or NIU as Ohio takes on Bowling Green at home. Lauren Schrock the other way, rejected by guess who? Anna Shoemake.
It helps when you're 6'4" blocking it up there, but Shoemake just doing an incredible job here in this third set.
Yeah, 3 total blocks. How about all of them coming from Anna Shoemake? Schrock gets it to Korba. Korba to Casson, blocked in front of the net. Korba resets it for Casson. This time she goes with a little bit of touch, gets the head tap on Miller, and that's a veteran move right there from Casson. She doesn't get the power swing the first time, so she goes with a little bit of the pillow touch.
Well, you saw in that replay too, she looked like she was gonna hit it aggressively, but then last second just pulls it back and just taps it over.
They thought she'd go to the hammer. She instead pulls out a pillow. Natalia Raymond the other way, puts it down in Central Michigan, rolling. They're up by 3 in set 3.
And I mentioned that at the beginning, Kent State, they play so well those beginning points of the set, but it's the last couple, they just cannot finish sets.
Burrell is blocked in front of the net, but it ends up on the Chippewas side. So 21-19 now. Kent State continues the fight here. That's a tough way to get through. You've got to go through Casson and Olin. She finds a way.
And that's 1,001 kills now here for Burrell.
Korba, cross court to Raymond. Chippewas got blocked at the net. Raymond tries to find the line. She can't. Little too strong. 21-20 now. Kent State, a little response run of their own. And head coach Haley Ackerman's letting them know.
Yeah, and again, just barely missing there was Natalia Raymond. That spot right there where they've been aiming for has been open all day, but a couple times here where they've missed it.
Casson paints the coffin corner. Chippewas retake the lead, and Casson now up to 9 kills. How about her, though? Swinging, make that 10, excuse me, but on a 47% clip.
Yeah, incredibly efficient. Again, the team as a whole, 276. They're second in the MAC, or third in the MAC in hitting percentage.
McGuire sends it over. Langton keeps it alive. Raymond tries to keep it going. It's dug out by Fuller, but Kent State can't keep it going from there. They're 2 points away from taking this one, and the fans here in Mount Pleasant are getting rowdy.
Yeah, timeout there from Coach Eckerman, and like you said, those fans, they've been the last couple weeks throughout this season, they've been loud, they've been rowdy, they've been giving almost a couple extra points, it feels like, to CMU because of their enthusiasm.
Well, with environments like this, there's no wonder these Chippewas want to play here come MAC tournament time. For the first time ever, the only other time they've played in this building for a MAC tournament, well, Jacob, we've got to take a long trek back to November 14th of 2006 when they faced off against Toledo. It was a 3-2 set loss or match loss. Here it was part of the tournament, but they've never hosted, and they really want to, especially with all these overalls here. Who doesn't love the overalls?
Exactly. When you're looking into the fans, you almost get blinded a little bit with the gold just shining back on you. So, like I said, I could give you a couple extra points.
Hey, whatever it takes. But the gold for the Flashes trying to stay in this one. It's a smart call from Haley Eckerman. She understands they've got to start something here. They can't really give any more leeway. Chippewas 2 points away from taking set 3. She needs all of the effort from her team here. Langton with it at the service line. Sends it over. Fuller to White to McGuire. Blocked. Casson the other way. She gets blocked. Whistle blown. Chippewa point. Little too far up into the net there from the Golden Flashes, and now they are sitting at match point.
We'll see if CMU can close it out here. Get the sweep against Kent State.
Langton sends it over. White to Miller. Miller struggling to get it over. Kent State's going to have to send over the free ball. Casson. Corba. Casson. Got it! Central Michigan, another broom sweep here at home. They are just so good here in Mount Pleasant.
8-3 now at home. CMU loves to play here. They get another one tomorrow, and they're going to hope they can host the MAC tournament. But again, CMU, their dominance just shows through.
Offensively, they didn't play a top-tier set 3, but they found a way to win in a close set 3. They win by 5, but set 1, set 2, they were so dominant. Offensively, they were led by, it started at Abby Olin with 12. Casson finds her way with 12, but it's actually Natalia Raymond finishing the day as the kill leader with 13. She swings it at a 300 clip. Chippewas overall 294.
And not only leading the way in kills, gets her 10th double-double of the season, 11 digs as well for Raymond. So just an incredible all-around game for Natalia. You kind of expect that from her. We mentioned the Swiss Army knife for this team. Does it all for them. But again, CMU, they're such a fun team to watch.
I mean, you look at the hitting percentages, though. Christina Casson was swinging 52%. 556 for Abby Olin. Grace Thomas, even with 7 kills, was at a 300 clip. And how could we forget the setter who makes this offense run? It's Allie Corba. She gets 37. So now her 15th straight match with 30-plus assists. Just another excellent game from her. She gets all the flowers for this team because she's making things go as effectively as they are, and she's going to be a big piece come the MAC tournament time.
Oh, absolutely, and she just sets such a good ball to all of these hitters. It's very rare where you see her make a mistake where the hitters are out of position when they're trying to swing, and 37 assists. You thought she was going to hit 50, but got close, 13 away in just 3 sets. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, she was really good today, and the Chippewas continue to roll. They continue to do their job. Obviously, you sit 1 game out currently of hosting the MAC tournament. You have the tiebreaker over Bowling Green, so all eyes turn to, what's going down there in Athens or in Bowling Green against the Athens-led Ohio Bobcats. Obviously, those won't come out till later, but once again, you're going to need some help now, but you can only take care of your job. And as you can tell, the Chippewas took care of business today. They'll look to do it again. And then they host Akron, or travel to Akron, rather, for 2 more.
Yeah, again, CMU did an incredible job starting off this game. They did slow down a little bit there at the end of set 2 and early on in set 3. Kind of got a little lackadaisical, but they really turned on as of late. Again, finishing just under a 300 hitting percentage. They've been hitting it at 236 throughout the season. And again, 51 kills. We didn't even mention this in the broadcast. They're first in the nation in total kills.
hey, finding ways to get it done. And it's not one player. It's the whole squad. And now let's meet the leader of that whole squad. He's with Victoria Chesson.
All right, Coach, it's your 8th sweep of the season, and you said it's not about needing something from, or it's not about needing everything from somebody, but something from everybody. And tonight that was able to be seen. You know, you get multiple players in double digits in digs, multiple players double digits in kills. Allie, another great night for her. How impactful is it to have a team with such depth?
Well, I mean, we share the load, and I think as you get closer to the end of the year, you know, you're dealing with a little bit of butterflies, and you got to share that load so it's not all on one person. I thought we really did a nice job of that. I thought, you know, Abby Olin really set the tone in the middle for us and got us going. I thought Allie Corbus set a great match, but our pass and defense really kind of kept us in system all day and really got us some quality swings. So, you know, we've got another one tomorrow, and we get an opportunity to celebrate our seniors in the process of playing our last regular season match in McGurk, and we're trying to compete for more matches here, but you know, we've just got to take advantage of one match at a time, and tomorrow's Kent State match is a really exciting one for us because it caps off the regular season homestand kind of in McGurk, and so we want to be in a position where we're playing our best volleyball at the end of the year.
You know, you mentioned Abby Olin. What is her presence like just beyond the statistics?
Well, I mean, Abby's such a mature player on the volleyball court. She could bring a lot of physicality to the game, but she also blocks and attacks and kind of can. She's a good server and defender as well. We don't have her in that role right now, but I think she really sets the tone for us from our block effort. And she's so imposing at the net as a blocker that she opens up easier swings for opposing teams to bring to our defense because they want to avoid that block because they know that she's out there. So it impacts our game and creates scoring opportunities for us, and those are things that really kind of get us going and kind of get momentum flowing with our squad.
Well, it's alumni night, and you get over 25 alumni coming back to support your team. How special is it to you and your team as they come back and support you guys?
Yeah, it's amazing. I feel like we've had so many people reach out to our program, and people spanning, you know, 40 years of volleyball for Central Michigan, and to have them all in the building and be proud of what we're doing and want to, you know, attach themselves to the Chippewa volleyball brand that's you know, playing really well right now, and to have them, you know, set aside time to come back and have fun and relive some of those memories is exciting. I'm excited to hear some stories I've never heard, I'm sure, after tonight's match.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Fire up.
Well, a big-time win for Mike Golick's squad. They sweep Kent State and treat the alumni in a 3-0 sweep of the Kent State Golden Flashes. For Nathan Arbaugh, Jacob Tenson, Victoria Chesson, Andrew Gerber, and the rest of the staff here in Mount Pleasant. We'll see you again tomorrow for senior night here in Mount Pleasant. Hope you have a great rest of your night.
It's Red Tag savings time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
NWSL semifinals, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN+. NWSL semifinals, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN+.
This is Formula One! NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus.
With ESPN Plus, catch live NFL games. Plus,
let's go to the tape.
NFL shows from some of the biggest names in the game and exclusive expert analysis. ESPN Plus equals more football. Stream now.
The time has come. Two larger-than-life legends collide.
Sean Jones is back, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Stipe is the most successful heavyweight of all time.
History will be made.
This is MMA at the highest level.
And the world will be watching. One fight for all time.
On Madison Square, catch me at the fight. Another
crazy season. Are you ready to keep this rolling? Let's go.
With ESPN Plus, catch live NFL games.
And enjoy the show.
Plus, NFL shows from some of the biggest names in the game.
Let's go to the tape.
This ball is just thrown into a defensive team meeting.
NFL Prime Time, only on ESPN Plus.
Oh, did I mention our exclusive expert analysis? Why settle for some football when you can have more football? It's simple. ESPN Plus equals more football. Stream now.
This season, ESPN Plus has hundreds of games across 20 conferences. That's more action, more touchdowns, more college football.
Yeah, that's how I get by.
Streaming now.
NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus.